seem like a crash, but that doesn't. Look around me and
God, I hate this so much. I'll just stop. I got a problem. I don't know Katrina Velarde's sound. And of course you guys voted SAIKOS sessions, but I can't do this because of the algorithm's problem with this. So, because of this cheap wine in a cheap glass, in a cheap setting. Miss Psycho. At only 27 years old, she's one of the most skilled vocalists in the entire world. She can do impressions of over 50 singers, and I'll actually go as far and say amongst the most talented Filipino singers such as So Young, Morissette, Sarah Geronimo, Bridget Velasquez, Katrina has this perfectly engineered device that allows her to put out any goddamn sound she wants. Jesus, she's so good. Oh yeah.
Okay, but what is your sound?
I don't know. That is the problem. She doesn't have a signature style on her own. For example, I can associate Morissette with the Maury effect, I can associate Christina Aguilera with then Shakira, then Diana Goodinova, which also has a problem. See my video on her. But in Katrina's case, I could not tell you what her vocal fingerprint is. And let's get to the exciting part now. I just love wine. To spare you some time, I think Katrina is not missing anything else but just some spice in her vocals. So if you're a big fan, you can skip to the next video. I'm not gonna say anything terribly wrong or insulting. Purely as a vocalist, I consider her more trained actually than Morissette is. And keep in mind, I'm talking about training, I'm not talking about emotions nor beautiful. So purely as a vocalist, I consider her more trained than Morissette is because through her impressions she covered a huge variety of vocal techniques. And again, keep in mind, I'm not speaking about range. Because if I were to speak about that, Morissette goes kind of lower and maybe she can go for whistle notes higher than Katrina does. Back to vocals, Katrina's impressions literally put her in a league on her own. So we kind of get that it's not the lack of training that is her problem. It would be stupid of me to say that. So let's stop for a second and look at what makes a vocalist famous worldwide. Is it looks? No. I mean, if I think a bit, I guess she's even more unique than other Filipino singers because her looks are quite distinctive. So nope, not the problem. Repertoire. Hers is ballads, so I guess that it's a great choice for what she can do because also from an audience point of view, ballads can work at a worldwide scale, so it's fine. Marketing? Based on her own originals and videos and her YouTube channel and the shows that she's on, I would say that she has a good team, and again, not the problem. Fanbase. I mean, she even has 200,000 followers more than Morissette on YouTube, and yeah, it's true that on Instagram she has 9 times less, but if you look around on Instagram profiles, every celebrity has one single platform where they are more successful than on others, so it's fine. And also for niche ballads, to be honest, YouTube is really the right platform to be successful on, not Instagram. You don't sell ballads on Instagram. Of course. Yeah, I was saying she really has it all except for the signature sound. I actually realized this when I was reacting to Katrina Velarde for the first time with a friend vocal coach on her channel. I mean, I used to be on a reaction channel. I listened for the first time to One Sweet Day and I was really impressed. And I thought, okay, so she's actually very similar to Morissette, she's similar to Mariah. But then I realized when I went to go the distance on my own, I realized it's not the same technique, it's not the same style. And it was a flawless vocal performance from a techniques point of view. But it was not memorable as a Katrina Velarde song cover, whatever that is. And it's a shame because she really has the vocal skills to do anything, but she chose to sing in her pure natural voice, which I think can go against you when your natural tone is not distinctive enough. When she sings Go the Distance, she goes, I can go the distance, da da da. And she can do it better than I do, but she can totally do just a few flavors, like, no, 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 this way, I can find the distance. Katrina's problem is not actually just happening in music. Think of all those super technical paintings by great painters. Painters, you get it. They draw landscapes and they all look perfectly realistic or not, it doesn't matter, but they all look alike. This is a very classic example. Picasso actually knew how to draw very, very realistically, but nobody knows Picasso for his realistic landscapes. In music, it's a much, much bigger problem because a lot of singers have spoke about the market's demand to invent a signature on your own, and the issue with that is that very often, more often than not, it's damaging your vocal cords because it asks you to invent superficial technique, which is not the natural one. So over the years, you end up losing your voice, or you have to take very much care of it. Like Celine Dion, she invented a signature on her own and she's doing just fine. Shakira is doing just fine with the signature on her own. But yeah.
Hey, get the music classes and speak about Katrina.
Okay. Nowadays, you really need to have a sound associated only with your voice. You can't just...
Yeah, we got that.
And although it's the case of damaging your voice very often when you do that, I don't think actually Katrina would suffer that because she's way too perfectly old school trained, and I don't think she would choose superficial technique. She would go rather on a few toppings, a few flavors, like Mariah Carey did, like Morissette tries to do. Because Morissette, I think she's getting to her own sound. I know that the people that listen all the time to Katrina, they identify her voice straight away. But I'm talking about large public, because you cannot make it at a worldwide scale if your voice is not suddenly strikingly distinctive. So what do you think actually? What do you think about this? And now, while you throw stones at me, burning news! I want to open a segment for all this community.
SAIKO segment.
So whatever this is. Where you can send me a talent that you have, or if you sing, or if you paint, or literally anything you do. So for today...
If you want to do something and you think you're not the best at it, just do something that you love. You don't have to be the best. You just have to be happy.
With that being said, cheers from your SAIKO. Shit. I hate this.